I have returned, dragons. I am here once more to present a patch notes update to my guide on being huge in WoW. This will include correcting a bit of incorrect information, as well as new items and some helpful tips. I want to start off by giving a big thank you to my friends Gigabear and Wyvern for helping me better understand some mechanics and showing me some new items, as well as a thank you to Guolo on YouTube, who informed me of the portable party platter. I will have an updated list of the items for maximum passive size and the new growth items I have discovered at the end of the video. I will start off with correcting the incorrect and missing information, as it is very important to me to give correct information. Through more experimentation and collaboration, I have found that the Vrykul Drinking Horn does not stack with other items, and thus is not required for maximum passive size or getting as large as possible. I am not sure what exactly got me to think otherwise, but in the end, it seems it is only really useful to be somewhat bigger for free. I can now confirm, however, that the aquatic shades do remove the hat and replace it with sunglasses, though. Both items have no cooldown, so you can be a cool, medium-sized character without a Vrykul hat on all the time. Another bit of missing information is that the Dark Moon Draught of Defense is, as of making this video, mislabeled. It only counts as a Guardian Elixir, despite the text. You can use it just the same as the Draughts of Deflection and Deftness. You can remember this with the handy "all D's are big" mnemonic that I have invented. The next bit of missing information from my guide is whether or not Cruel Dreamcarver, Circe's Circlet with Seabed Leviathan Citron, and Mountain of Muscle and Scars stack with everything else. They do stack with everything else. However, anti-fun and money-wasting alert. If you log out, or on occasion enter an instance with Circe's Circlet or Mountain of Muscle and Scars on, your character will be reset to base 100% size upon login or instance entrance, with these passive bonuses applied. I have once gotten around this by logging out as a Sandstone Drake and repeated it again, but I still recommend getting into the habit of unequipping Circe's Circlet and or changing talents before you log out or instance in instead. This sad shrinkage may also happen if your character grows into a ceiling, or if you dismount and regrow into a wall. A giveaway that this has happened is that your Noggenfogger Select Up buff specifically will clear, though the other buffs will not be removed, only your size will change. Now for general tips regarding bigness in WoW. Starting off, the Pandaren Racial Epicurean does give you double the size benefit from well-fed buffs. Awesome. There is a size cap in the game of 1000%. Can't go above that, unfortunately. You can save a lot of upkeep and money over time for an initial investment into getting some Shadowlands gear crafted with the optional reagent Sustaining Armor Polish. This can be placed in all armor slots as well as necklace and rings. You can also craft it into the Spiritual Alchemy Stone as well. Having all of this and the Alchemy trait will extend potion and well-fed buffs up to multiple hours instead of the base 20 minutes or so. It does not increase the duration of Noggenfogger Select Up or Darkmoon Firewater. Note that well-fed buffs will reset to their normal duration if you do not log out and log back in before you equip other gear. Remember, if you do log out and back in, do not have Circe's Circlet or Mountain of Muscle and Scars talent on. Another helpful bit of advice is to have access to items that shrink your character to get into places you are too big to fit inside. You can use the Whole Body Shrinka, Darkmoon Seesaw, Everlasting or normal Noggenfogger elixirs, the Funhouse Lens, or Pygmy Oil. You can also shrink with Sandstone Drake to get through doors, but be wary of growing into ceilings after dismounting and getting shrunk. The last tip I have is that you can make multiple free trial accounts under your one Battle.net account that will have access to your toys. This is relevant if you want to sustain size buffs from the soon-to-be-mentioned Portable Party Platter and Sovereign's Finery Chest. And now, our feature presentation, the new items. The new items are as follows. Darkmoon Firewater, old/red is what I call it. This appears to be an older version of Darkmoon Firewater that was never removed. They are much harder to obtain than the most comparable counterpart, Winterfall Firewater, and have the same amount of size increase, so they are no real concern for now. Portable Party Platter. It's an expensive toy that you can select sugar-free Firewater Sorbet on to get 20 minutes of 25% size. It's not a well-fed buff, so it is unaffected by being Pandaren or having Sustaining Armor Polish gear. The Funhouse Lens. This is a trinket I got down in Undermine. It raises or lowers your size on use by 20% for 15 seconds with a 90-second cooldown. It seems to be 50-50 roll on whether it grows or shrinks your character. Dazzling Rod. I forgot about this one during the last video. It's a toy from Tanan Jungle that, while you use it, you can shoot energy balls at other players that are also using the toy, and for each you hit without being hit back, you get 5% size up to 10 stacks. These stacks are removed when the toy is removed. Narcissist's Sculpture. This is a consumable jewel crafting item from Dragonflight that can only be used in the Dragon Isles that will grow your character quite huge steadily, and then shrink you when it expires. These are not tradable and cannot be obtained through the crafting orders, so you must have jewel crafting to make them. Sovereign's Finery Chest. This is a treasure obtained in The War Within. Getting either the Sanguine or Golden Lord outfit will make your character 10% larger, but dress them up in either of those outfits. You can re-click the chest to re-roll to whichever outfit you want. Gnomish Shrink Ray. This engineering-only trinket can backfire and cause you or your party to grow or shrink on a 5-minute cooldown. Growing is a rare proc. The Swift Forest Strider. This is a mount obtained from the Darkmoon Fair for 180 prize tickets. Up to a certain size, this mount will enlarge your character while riding it. After that size, it will shrink your character just as any other mount will do. Amorphous Relic. This item appears to not be obtainable anymore, but it was a trinket that either shrinks or grows your character while in combat. It was a delve reward in The War Within from a previous season. Let me know if you find a way to get it. Conjured Sugar-Free Firewater Sorbet. As of right now, I do not know of anyone who has been able to obtain this item. You are supposed to receive it from a chef's splendid rolling pin equipped on a mage that states it can conjure desserts among recipes your character knows. I have the recipe for Firewater Sorbet, but it never conjures. If you are seeing this here, I encourage you to submit a bug report like I did if you try, so that all of us biggos can have access to it if Blizzard ever fixes it. Let me know if you manage to obtain one. Thus ends the list of all the new items I have learned of, and here's the updated list with the new items in their categories. As before, I have sorted them into categories based on uptime and availability. New to Group A, Permanent Potential Uptime, is the old version of Darkmoon Firewater. I will also put the Swift Forest Rider here since it can always grow unless you are too big. New to Group B, Short Duration but Low Cooldown, is the Funhouse Lens. Amorphous Relic I will also place here since it doesn't always grow you even though it is supposedly always up while in combat. New to Group C, Medium Duration High Cooldown, are both the Portable Party Platter and Sovereign's Finery Chest. New to Group D, Long Cooldown Short Duration would be Gnomish Shrink Ray Backfiring. As it is a rare occurrence and a 5-minute cooldown, the effective cooldown of growing with it is very high. New to Group F, requiring other accounts or players, is the Dazzling Rod. Hypothetically, I would also put the Conjured Sugar-Free Firewater Sorbet here, since acquiring one, if it ever becomes gettable, requires a mage if you are not a mage. New to Group G, Giga but Janky, is where I am putting the Narcissist's Sculpture, since it is subject to only being used in the Dragon Isles, but it does add a lot of size. Here is the updated combo for maximum passive size you can obtain on a character. It remains the same as before, but the Reichel Drinking Horn is now out, and Circe's Circlet, Cruel Dreamcarver, and Mountain of Muscle and Scars are now confirmed. Add the Portable Party Plotter and Sovereign's Finery Chest if you want to mule the toys in with other accounts frequently. I am truly grateful for everyone who watched the previous video, shared it, or supported me in any way. Thank you all so much. Should this patch notes video also be fun or helpful, I'll update again for midnight. Farewell.